Welcome to Let's Talk English Podcast. Learn English with podcast.
In today's episode, we are going to talk about how secret networks move dirty money around the world without ever touching it.
Yes, it is a very big topic and a very secret topic, too.
It really is. Welcome to the deep dive, everyone. I am so happy you are here with us today. I have a lot of research sitting right here on the table.
And there is a lot of information to go through for sure.
There really is. We are looking at old history books and new police reports, and we have an amazing expert here today. He has spent a lot of time studying global money systems. He knows exactly how criminals hide their actions.
Thank you so much. It is great to be here. I'm very excited to talk about this with you and with our listeners today.
So let us jump right in. We hear the words dirty money a lot in movies. Usually we see bad guys with big metal suitcases full of $100 bills.
Right, exactly. Or we see them using secret bank accounts on beautiful islands.
Yes, exactly. But based on the research I am reading today, that movie idea is very old. It is not how things really work anymore. Can you explain what dirty money really is in very simple terms?
I would love to. So, when bad people do illegal things, they make money. For example, people who sell illegal drugs or people who sell dangerous weapons.
Right. They sell bad things and get a lot of cash.
Exactly. They get a huge amount of cash. But they have a big problem. They cannot just walk into a normal bank and put that money into a bank account.
Because the bank will ask questions, right?
Yes, exactly. If you walk into a bank with $50,000 in cash, the bank workers will ask, where did this money come from?
And a criminal cannot say they got it from selling illegal drugs?
No, they definitely cannot. If they cannot explain where the money came from, the bank will call the police immediately.
Wow, really? So the criminals are stuck with all this physical cash?
Yes, they're stuck. So they need to clean the money. This means they have to do a magic trick. They have to make the dirty money look like it came from a normal legal business.
That is so interesting. They have to hide the truth so the police do not catch them. Now I want to ask you something. Have you ever thought about what happens to the money from illegal businesses? Tell us your thoughts in the comments.
It is definitely something most people never think about.
I completely agree. So where did this idea of moving money secretly start? The research takes a very big jump backwards in time.
Yes, it does. To understand how modern criminals move their money today, we have to go way back in time. We have to look at the Tang Dynasty in China.
Wow, really? The Tang Dynasty, that is hundreds of years ago.
Yes, it is very old. Back then, China was doing a lot of business. People were buying and selling many things.
So there was a lot of money moving around the big cities?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But they had a huge problem with their money. They did not use paper money like we do today. They used copper coins.
Copper is a metal, right? That sounds very heavy.
Yes, it is very heavy. The coins had square holes in the middle, and people would tie them together on a long string.
That sounds very hard to carry around.
It was. Let me give you a clear example. Imagine a tea merchant. He grows tea in his small village, and he travels for weeks to the big capital city to sell it.
Okay, I am picturing the tea merchant. He sells his tea and makes a lot of money.
Right. But his money is paid in heavy copper coins. So now he wants to go back home to his village.
And he has to carry all that metal with him.
Yes. Imagine you have to walk for weeks carrying bags of heavy metal coins. How would you feel?
Oh, I would feel so tired. And I would also feel very afraid of robbers on the road.
Exactly. Anyone could attack him and steal his heavy coins. It was too dangerous to move the physical money.
So what was the solution? How did he get his money home safely?
The solution was built on human trust. The tea merchant would find a trusted person in the big city. He would give all his heavy copper coins to this trusted person.
Okay, so he just gives his money away.
Yes, but in exchange, the trusted person gives the merchant a light piece of paper. Just a simple piece of paper with a special mark on it.
Wow, really? He traded heavy metal for a piece of paper.
Yes, exactly. Then the merchant puts the paper in his pocket. He walks for weeks back to his home village. He is safe because he has no heavy bags to steal.
That is very smart. But what does he do with the paper when he gets home? Paper cannot buy food.
Right. When he gets to his village, he finds a partner, the first trusted person. He gives the paper to this local partner.
Oh, I see.
Yes, the local partner looks at the special mark. If he trusts the paper, he gives the merchant his copper coins from his own local supply.
That is so interesting. So the merchant gets his money back, but the original heavy coins never actually moved out of the big city.
Exactly. The heavy coins stayed in the city. Only the light piece of paper traveled. They called this flying money because the value of the money traveled without the actual coins ever moving.
That is amazing. The whole system only worked because everyone trusted each other. If there was no trust, the paper would mean nothing.
You are exactly right. It was 100% based on trust. Can you think of a time when you trusted a friend with something valuable? Try to remember that feeling right now.
I completely agree. Trust is so important. Now, let us bring this back to today. How is this old Chinese system used by criminals right now?
It is used in almost the exact same way. Let us look at a very detailed example to make it simple. We have two very different people who have a big problem.
Okay, who is the first person?
The first person is Mr. Chen. He lives in China today. He is a very rich businessman. He owns factories. His business is completely legal. He is not a bad guy.
Right, so he has legal money. What is his problem?
He wants to take his legal money and buy a beautiful luxury apartment in Miami, in the United States. The apartment costs $2 million.
That is a lot of money. But if he is legal, why does he not just send the money from his bank to the United States?
Because the Chinese government has strict rules. They want to keep money inside the country. They only allow people to take $50,000 out of the country each year.
Oh, wow. So he is stuck. If he only sends $50,000 a year, it will take him many, many years to buy a $2 million apartment.
Exactly. He has the money, but he is trapped by the rules. Now, let us look at the second person.
Okay, who is the second person?
He is a bad drug dealer in Chicago, in the United States. He sells illegal drugs for a big cartel in Mexico.
So he has dirty money.
Yes. Over the last month, he has collected $2 million in dirty cash from selling drugs on the street.
And his problem is the opposite of Mr. Chen. He has cash, but he cannot use a bank.
Exactly. He is sitting in a house with bags full of cash. His bosses in Mexico want that money, but he cannot put it in an American bank or the police will arrest him.
And he cannot just drive to Mexico with bags of cash in his car.
Right, because the police on the highway use dogs to smell the cash. So both men are trapped. Mr. Chen has clean money in China, but he needs it in America.
And the drug dealer has dirty money in America, but he needs it in Mexico. So how do they solve this?
They use secret money brokers. These breakers are like the trusted men from the Tang Dynasty. Here is the exact trick. Mr. Chen goes to a secret broker in China.
Okay, what does he do?
He gives his $2 million of clean money to the broker in China. He just moves it from his Chinese bank to the broker's Chinese bank.
That is very clever. Because the money never leaves China, the government does not get angry. It looks like a normal local business transfer.
Yes, exactly. Now, the broker in China takes his secret phone. He uses a secret app to send a message to his friend. His friend is another secret broker who lives in the United States.
So the brokers are communicating, they trust each other?
Right. The broker in the United States gets the message. He then meets the bad drug dealer in Chicago.
Let me guess. The drug dealer gives the U.S. broker the bags of dirty cash.
You are exactly right. The U.S. broker takes the $2 million in dirty cash. He has helpers who slowly put small amounts of that cash to many different banks in America.
So they put it in slowly so the police do not notice.
Exactly. Once the money is safely inside the American banks, the U.S. broker sends the $2 million to Miami. He buys the apartment for Mr. Chen's cousin.
Wow, really? So Mr. Chen gets his luxury apartment in America.
Yes. And the drug dealer does not have the dirty cash anymore.
But wait, the money never actually crossed the ocean? The American money stayed in America to buy the apartment, and the Chinese money stayed in China.
Yes. It is the mirror transaction. The value flew across the world, but the physical money never moved. Now, I want to ask you something. Did you follow how that trick worked? Try explaining it out loud to yourself right now.
Wow, really? That is so clever. And wait, I see a huge problem with this math.
What is the problem?
Well, Mr. Chen is happy. He has his apartment. The drug dealer in Chicago is happy. He got rid of his dirty cash. But the secret broker in China is now holding Mr. Chen's $2 million, and the drug bosses in Mexico still have zero money.
That's a great point. You are completely right.
How do they fix this? The Chinese broker owes the Mexican bosses $2 million. They cannot just use a bank to send it.
No, they cannot. They balance their debts using global trade. It is called trade-based laundering. They use real objects to settle the debt.
Real objects? Like what?
Let us use refrigerators as an example.
Okay, refrigerators. Like the machine in a kitchen that keeps food cold.
Yes. So the secret broker in China actually owns a legal company. His company makes refrigerators.
So he is a real businessman on paper.
Exactly. And the drug bosses in Mexico also own a legal business. They own a big store that sells refrigerators to normal people in Mexico.
Oh, I see. So we have a factory in China and a store in Mexico.
Right. The Mexican store sends a message to the Chinese factory. They say, we want to buy $10 million worth of refrigerators.
Okay, so a big normal order.
Yes. The Chinese factory builds the refrigerators. They put them on a huge ship, and the ship sails to Mexico.
So $10 million of real physical refrigerators are traveling across the ocean.
Exactly. But here's where the magic happens. The Chinese factory sends the official paper to the Mexican store. The paper says the refrigerators only cost $8 million.
Wait, but they ordered $10 million worth. Why does the paper say $8 million?
Because they are hiding the debt. The Chinese company only asks for $8 million on the official paper. So the Mexican store sends $8 million from their legal bank account to China.
Wow, I understand now. The Mexican store got $10 million of refrigerators, but they only paid $8 million.
Exactly. They got $2 million of extra value for free. When they sell those extra refrigerators in their store, they get their $2 million of clean money.
And the Chinese broker who had Mr. Chen's money used that money to cover the missing $2 million in his factory.
That is exactly right. The debt is settled, the books are balanced, and to the police, it just looks like a normal sale of kitchen items. The money is perfectly clean. Have you ever bought something from a store and wondered where it really came from? Tell us in the comments.
Yes, exactly. It is impossible to see. A police officer looking at the ship just sees normal refrigerators. There are no drugs hidden inside. The crime is in the math on the paper.
You are exactly right. It is very hard for police to find this.
Does this only happen with drugs and houses? Or do other crimes use this same system?
Many other crimes use this system. In fact, it is used for environmental crimes.
What do you mean by environmental crimes, like cutting down trees?
Yes, and killing rare wild animals. There's an investigator named Andrea Crosta. He started a group to stop bad people from killing wild animals, like elephants in Africa.
That is a very good mission. We have to protect wild animals.
I completely agree. But when he started investigating, he found something very surprising. He found out that the people killing the animals use the exact same secret money system as the drug cartels.
That is so interesting. They share the same money networks.
Yes. Let us look at a very sad story about the Totoaba fish.
The Totoaba fish? Where does this fish live?
It lives in the ocean near Mexico. It is a very endangered fish.
Yeah.
This means there are almost none left in the world.
Oh, that is very sad. Why are people catching them?
Because inside the fish, there is a special organ. It is called a swim bladder. In China, some very rich people will pay a huge amount of money for this fish organ. They believe it is a luxury item.
Wow, really? How expensive is it?
It is so expensive that people call it the cocaine of the sea.
The cocaine of the sea? That means it must be worth millions of dollars.
It is. The drug dealers in Mexico catch $6 million worth of this rare fish.
Okay, so the drug dealers are the ones catching the fish.
Yes. They catch the fish, and they send half of the fish to China and half to the United States.
So now the buyers in China owe the drug dealers millions of dollars for the fish. How do they pay them without using a bank?
They use the same trust system, but with a terrible twist. To pay for the fish in China, the criminals do not use money at all.
Then what do they use?
They trade the fish for a chemical, a legal chemical that is made in China.
A chemical? Why would a drug dealer want a chemical?
Because that specific chemical is used to make very dangerous illegal drugs.
Oh, wow. That is terrifying.
Yes. The Chinese brokers send the chemicals to Mexico. The cartels use the chemicals to make drugs. They are paying for endangered fish with the ingredients to make poison.
That is truly shocking. So the environment is being destroyed to make dangerous drugs.
Exactly. And the loop continues. To clean the money from selling those drugs in the United States, the brokers use a fake electronics store.
A fake electronics store? How does that work?
They pretend to buy $14 million worth of nice electronics from China. They send the paperwork to the bank.
So on paper, it looks like a big legal purchase of computers or television.
Yes. But when the boxes actually arrive on the ship, they do not have computers inside. The boxes only have $1 million of cheap fake watches inside.
Oh, I see. So they sent $14 million of value on paper, but only $1 million of real value arrived.
Exactly. The rest of the money, the missing $13 million, is used to balance their secret debts. The money is washed clean. Can you believe that illegal fishing is connected to secret money networks? How does hearing that make you feel?
That is truly shocking. It connects so many different bad things together, but it makes me wonder, How can the police possibly stop this?
That is the hardest question of all.
Right, because modern computers and artificial intelligence are very smart. Cannot the police use big computers to find the missing money?
No, they cannot. Modern computers and artificial intelligence cannot solve this problem.
Why not? Computers can scan millions of papers in a second.
They can. But the computers only see the official paperwork. The computers look at the refrigerator sale, and they just see a business deal. The computers do not understand that the low price is actually a secret payment for drugs.
Oh, I see. Because the criminals do not use computers for their real ledgers.
Exactly. They do not write the true secrets on a computer. They use their brains. They use human trust. A computer cannot scan human trust.
That is a great point. So if computers do not work, what can the police do?
The only way to stop them is to use real human spies.
Human spies? You mean undercover police officers?
Yes. These undercover workers must spend months or even years pretending to be criminals.
That sounds incredibly dangerous.
It is very dangerous. They have to drink coffee with the bad guys. They have to speak their language. They have to act like them and earn their trust.
And they have to do this just to find out how the network works.
Exactly. They have to get inside the circle of trust.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. If you were a police boss, would you rather catch 10 small criminals today or one giant criminal network after 5 years?
Well, a boss would probably want the quick results today to look good in front of the public.
Exactly. That is the biggest problem we have. Police departments want quick numbers. They want to arrest people today to show they're doing a good job.
Right, so they arrest the small street dealer. But that does not fix the big problem.
No, it does not. Taking down these secret money networks takes a lot of time. It takes patience, and it takes a lot of money to run a long spy mission.
So the police are focusing on the wrong things because they want to work fast.
Yes. We need to change how the police are rewarded. We need to reward them for being patient in catching the big networks, even if it takes years. Would you have the patience to work secretly for years just to catch one bad group? Let us know what you think.
Wow, that is really something to think about. Thank you so much for your incredible explanations today.
You are very welcome. It was great talking with you.
So to quickly summarize everything we discussed today for our listeners, we learned how dirty money is moved not in suitcases, but through human trust. We learned how criminals use fake trades like cheap refrigerators and fake watches to balance their secret debts. We also learned how illegal fishing is tied to these bad networks. And finally, we learned that to stop this, we need patient human spies, not just computers.
That is a perfect summary, but I want to leave our listeners with one final thought.
Okay, what is that?
We talked a lot about how these criminals use old human trust to hide from modern banks. But what happens when they start using new digital money like crypto?
Oh, wow, like Bitcoin or other secret digital money.
Yes. If they mix their old system of human trust with new secret digital money, this invisible system might become even stronger. It could become completely unbreakable in the future.
That is very scary to think about. Thank you again for joining us. If you learned something from this episode, please subscribe to the Let's Talk English podcast channel so you never miss a new episode. We upload new episodes every week to help you speak English with confidence. See you in the next one.